welcome along to another video in the How to DIY series that I'm running. Today we're going to be looking at sunroof drains and why you may have common causes of water ingress in your car. Now, E39s are quite problematic. The vapour barrier which sits behind the doors is prone to leaking, and for some reason it always seems to be the near side rear or passenger rear in the UK or driver's rear door in other countries that has the issue. Now, first things you can do is check is your sunroof gutter for cleanliness. To do that, open your sunroof fully, and then you're looking at this area down here on both sides, and right down in the corner underneath the arm for the wind deflector you might just be able to see there is a small hole. That is your forward sunroof drain. Rearward ones are hidden right at the back under there somewhere, and if these get blocked up, water can't drain away from the gutter and it'll run down the inside of a windscreen on the A-pillar and make its way into the carpets, or it'll run down the B-pillar and make its way into the back carpets. Underneath the vehicle where the sunroof drains exit are in small little what look like dip pools in the chassis at the bottom of the sill, and if you're not looking you might just think that's the defect in the underbody protection finishing, but in fact it is where the drain for the sunroof comes out. As you can see, there's a little bit of water still dripping out of mine because I've just cleared it using a small screwdriver. So all you do, take all the plastic trims off, poke a small screwdriver in or a small drill bit about 4mm in diameter, and just allow any water to drain out. Now in this cup there's only a little bit of water because when I took the plastic rivets out which were holding the plastic trim on, 12 litres of water came out of my sill. I was absolutely gobsmacked at how much water was in there, and as you can see here there's still a little bit dripping out of the drain holes there. So once you've cleared your drain holes on either side of the car, there are 4 in total, one at each side of the middle, which is about halfway along near where the catalytic converters are, about in line with them. Then under the forward trim there is another one as well. So you'll need to make sure all 4 are clear, and then you can go on to the next part of the job, which is using some compressed air to blow down the forward drain holes. And to get to the rear ones it means taking all the interior trim off to get to it, or the sunroof frame out. So if you want to take all the sunroof frame out to get to the rear ones, you can do. If you've got no signs of water ingress inside the car, just unblocking the sill drains and checking that the front sunroof gutter drains are clear is sufficient. So I'm going to use a cheap £9.99 spray from Screwfix, designed for spraying your garden with stuff. So all I've done is cut the black pipe a bit short, put it on the front of it with a cable tie, then I'm going to insert that pipe into this hole here, then with a bit of pressurised air, blow down it, then anything that's stuck in there will come free. And if there's no issues with anything stuck in there, then when you send the compressed air through you'll hear it coming out of the bottom of the sill, and it's quite loud. So once I've put this inside the sunroof drain after pressurising it, then we'll come back and show you what that sounds like. The reason I'm using a garden sprayer as opposed to my normal air compressor, this is quite low pressure, So if there is a blockage, it's not going to blow the pipe off the sunroof gutter, which will cause you further issues, because then you have to take all the A-pillar trim off the head lining to put all the pipes back on. And if your sunroof is blocked up to that extent, then you're in serious trouble anyway. Once you've fed the black pipe under the sunroof metal running rails, then into the gutter drain, and you've added some pressure, then you'll be able to give the airline a squeeze and let some air through. As you can hear, that's running pretty freely. Then if we go down to the sill, you'll be able to hear it down there as well, if the microphone's good enough to pick this up. So once you've done that for both sides, then if there is anything blocked in there which has been forced out and you've cleared your sunroof drains underneath the car, then you'll see water draining out. Once you've done that, you will then be able to lift up the trims, and inside the trim, underneath the trim, where the plastic rivets secure it to the sill, you'll be able to look inside with a borescope, then check for any corrosion damage. If you do have any corrosion damage, then I recommend this stuff. I got it from Toolstation. It's flag rust converter, and 1 litre cost $18.99. And it's designed that once it's painted on, it's water based, so if there's any moisture in there, it will just mix in with it fine, there's no issues. Once it's painted on, it then finds any corrosion, neutralises it, turns it into a black iron oxide based material, so it chemically changes the rust back into something a bit more solid, then allows you to put a top coat on if you're using it on the outside of your chassis, or if you're inside of your chassis, then it's fine, you don't need to put a top coat on it because it's super tough. And 1 litre goes a hell of a long way. I've used this stuff in the past on Land Rovers, on chassis on Defenders and Discoveries, and it's absolutely superb and prevents corrosion reforming. Now I'm quite lucky on my E39. I've inspected inside the sills with my borescope and there is zero corrosion. I'm absolutely chuffed about that. So if you have any issues, you want to get in touch, feel free to do so. Look out for my other videos which I've got going on. I've just done some major suspension work on mine where I replaced all the rear arms and bushings, subframe bushers, rear control arms, spherical joints, all brand new. And once I've got the fronts, top mounts, spring pads and bearings changed, we'll be doing full wheel alignment on it, and I'll be showing you how to do that. I've said in previous videos that's coming up, but I've been waiting for parts turning up. So if you're going to change all this stuff, these are the original ones. Make sure you buy bolts as that one sheared off when undoing, and make sure you buy good quality. Replace with length order, mile HD or TRW. TRW are the original suppliers. If you buy one of these 99 quid kits off eBay which contains all the arms you'll need and all the bushers, expect to be changing that 6 months down the line, or expect ball joints to fall out, because the quality of them is just absolutely abysmal. Pay top money, and for that little lot you won't get changed from 500 quid if you're going for OEM approved items of TRW and length order.